Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Nabil Boubkar, who is the founder of Yalla Give, the UAE's #1 fundraising platform, here to tell us how it came about. We are so excited to get the backstory of this inspiring platform. Welcome to the show. How are you doing, Nabil?
Yeah, great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Well, thank you again. And my first question is, I really would want to know, what inspired you to start Yalla Give?
Well, I didn't start it. So the founder is Abdullah Noaimi. But the reason why it was founded is because there was a need, right? Back in 2019, there wasn't a fundraising platform such as Yalla Give, where charities can go onto it and basically allow people to donate to them directly, as well as create crowd fundraising for individuals, companies, and schools as well. So that was the main reason. And it was even more important during the pandemic because, we were founded in 2019 and then in 2020, the pandemic happened. So a lot of charities in the UAE were finding it very difficult to get out there to have events, gala events for fundraising. And sort of Yalla Give basically comes in and allows them to then donate on the platform directly.
How do you think, it's a short journey in the grand scheme of things, but how do you think it has changed since it began in 2019 to now?
It's changed in the sense that we've gotten a lot bigger, right? So the first few years is on a smaller scale. We had some things with Etisalat, for example, where we won some awards to allow us to, get funding. But now it's gone on a much larger scale. I mean, when you look at the charities that are on our platform, it's amazing. We have local charities, international charities. So we work directly with 1 Billion Meals, Emirates Red Crescent, Al Jalila Foundation. International charities, we work with UNICEF, Doctors Without Borders, and we've grown. So now we have over 100,000 members. We've raised over 80 million dirhams. We're looking to raise over $1 billion in the next 10 years or so. So it's been growing, the whole thing, the team, the fundraising, the initiatives. And what we're doing now is we're actually branching out and working with large multinational corporations. And even here in Dubai, for example, we're working with Dubai Marathon. So we're the fundraising partner of theirs for the past 2 years. And that allows people in the community to get engaged and involved on large-scale events as well.
Can I just ask quickly, to go from, so you're saying you've had donations of 80 million and the aim is to get to 1 billion. Who is driving this? Like, that's no easy mission. Like, how many people works with Yalla Give, and what is the drive and the passion that makes you want to achieve that number?
Yeah, so we're still a young team, still a small team. We're only around 20 people. But the way that we can do it is through our fundraisers and our charity partners, of course, and as well as the corporate. So if I just explain a little bit, we have charities that would use our website, that will sign up, they'll provide information on their profile, and then they'll create projects. And these projects need funding, right? So there are many different projects. And then we have fundraisers, individual fundraisers like yourselves or myself who can go on the website. But we also have companies, multinationals, as well as schools. And what helped us in the beginning was we were working very closely with 1 Billion Meals. Back in 2020, it wasn't 1 billion meals, it was 10 million meals, right? And then it became 100 million meals, and then it became 1 billion meals. And as the fundraising partner of them, we were able to raise awareness very quickly within the market so that people knew that Yalla Give is a fundraising platform that works with registered charities in the UAE who have the right permits in place, because that is always important for people using the website too. And the fundraisers themselves have been spectacular. I mean, the UAE is a melting pot, right, of cultures, nationalities, and the creativity of the fundraisers has been great. I mean, we've had people come in and break world records, Guinness World Records, to fundraise. So we've had the longest spinning class. It went on for 30 hours. They asked me to participate, but I had to politely decline. We've had other things such as someone who went from Saudi across the UAE in 20 hours, another Guinness World Record. We've had people join marathons in gorilla outfits and different costumes.
Great.
One of my favorite was actually an individual named Evan. He's from the Republic of Ireland, and he drove his motorbike from Dubai all the way to the Republic of Ireland.
He used to work here.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Amazing.
I think so, Evan.
Donegal. He's from Donegal,
Donegal,
Republic of Ireland.
yeah.
So he rode his motorbike all the way there, and it was amazing because throughout the process, he's on social media and he's, showing everyone who's watching where he's going, what he's doing, and people were able to sponsor a mile, and he was doing it for Emirates Red Crescent. So all of these things, I mean, for us, it's about the fundraiser, right? So the fundraiser takes front and center with the charity. And when you go on our socials and on our websites, we have a dedicated area called Fundraising Heroes. And you'll see, so many different stories of different people doing great things that are very inspiring.
Cool.
So I want to talk about the name Yalla Give. How did the name come about? Because we know that Yalla is urging people to give. So how did you guys come up with the name and come about?
It was just that, to be honest. It's very, very easy on the tongue, I think, Yalla Give. And everyone here in the Arab world and the Middle East knows what Yalla means. Whenever you want something to get done, you say, Yalla, get it done quickly. So it was about that. It's basically just, come on, let's get together and give for a good cause.
Those stories, I'm sure there's so much more information to each individual one. How does it work if I have a charity that's close to my heart and I want to fundraise through Yalla Give? Do you have restrictions on the charities, or how do I kick it off, for example?
Yeah, so we have a wide range of charities. So, I mean, what we're very proud of is we're sort of like a one-stop shop of charities as well in the UAE. So if someone doesn't know which charity they can donate to or fundraise for, they can come to our site and they'll be able to see, all the charities that are registered in the UAE. It has to be registered in the UAE. So we as Yalla Give, we have a presence outside as well, internationally. And there you'll find loads of international charities. It's a little bit easier to register. But here, you either have to be a local charity registered or in Dubai Humanitarian. Dubai Humanitarian is basically the regional hub for emergency relief here in the UAE. So they have to be registered there. If they're not, you can make a request to us and we can speak to the charity and at least inform them that we have people that are interested in supporting you. And would you be willing or interested to potentially come to the UAE? Because many charities internationally don't even know about that. They don't know that they can come to the UAE and register here. You know what I mean? So we support in that process as well.
Gotcha.
Can you share a story that is close to your heart?
Me personally?
Yeah.
I think there's one story on Yalla Give that's very close to our heart, or something that's inspiring, is a young boy named Max, and he raises funds every year for a charity based in Abu Dhabi. And what he does is basically, instead of receiving presents on his birthday, he creates a fundraising campaign on our website and asks all of his friends and family to donate to that instead. So every year he's raising money. He's a little kid, he started, I think, when he was only around 10 years old. Now I think he's 14. Every year he does that, and every year the sum of money is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's something inspiring for a little child, to use our platform for something really good. And it's very selfless, you know what I mean? Instead of getting loads of presents, he's doing it for the charities instead.
So lovely. I must ask though, people are cautious in general about fundraising and donation platforms in the UAE and the legalities that surround them. How does it work? How did you become legitimate, I guess? And is there anything that we need to be cautious about?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So we're founded in 2019 and we're registered in Dubai Humanitarian. It was formerly known as International Humanitarian City. So we have a license that allows us to fundraise with charities. Our founder, Abdullah Nouaimi, is actually used to work in the charity sector in the UAE for a long time. I also worked in the UAE with different charities as well in the past. And because of that, we had relationships, and he saw that there was an opportunity for Yalla Give. So we're registered in International Humanitarian City. All of the charities that come and register on our website have registrations in the UAE as well. And every single campaign that they create needs to have a permit number. So there is no campaign on our website without a permit number. And this is for Islamic affairs because they're the regulator here. So we ensure that we have all of the processes and procedures in place to follow that.
What is the biggest impact one has had to date?
The person I said who cycled from Saudi all the way to the UAE, he raised, I think, over 150,000 dirhams in a very short period of time. So that is one of the biggest impacts that we've had.
Is there any ever restrictions, or I think you've said kind of like the great fundraising initiatives that people have come to you with, but is there ever any restrictions, or is it kind of like no fundraiser is too wacky, no fundraiser is too wild. Like people, if you're watching today, like get creative. It's all for a good cause. If you can come up with something great, can they do it? For example, if Farah says tomorrow she wants to put on a Pokemon costume and run down Dubai Boulevard and she wants to get donations, is that fine?
As long as it's legal, I believe it's fine. As long as you're not breaking the law, I think it's fine. I mean, on the costume, we had someone, like I said, run a marathon, and he did a really creative campaign. So he said, I want to raise 30,000 dirhams. If I raise 5,000 dirhams, I'll run a marathon with the gloves of a gorilla. If I raise 15,000 dirhams, I'll put the full outfit except for the head. And if I raise the 30,000, I'll go for the full marathon with the whole gorilla outfit. And this isn't like one of those flimsy gorilla outfits. It's like a thick one, very heavy and hard. And quickly he raised more than 30,000 dirhams. So that's a creative way, where people see something fun and they want him to do that. So he raised the 30,000 and he ran the whole marathon with the gorilla outfit.
Love that.
What can volunteers do to help out?
We don't really work with volunteers too much unless it's something with Yalla Give. So, for example, like I said, we work with the Dubai Marathon. We have, during the Dubai Marathon, we're actually present there. So sometimes we as Yalla Give might need volunteers to support us there. But volunteers in general usually work with the charities, local charities more. And there are many things that they can do with the different charities on a day-to-day basis.
Before you leave us, I'm just thinking of one person in our office who can run marathons, and that's our boss / my brother, Rich.
Yes.
Okay. But I'm wondering if someone has let's say they're going to do something to fundraise, how do you know how they're managing to achieve this number? Because I'm thinking if I put something on my social, I might get 1,000 dirham. Is there any particular ways that they can amplify their message with you guys? Or otherwise?
100%. Yeah, that's really good, because what we do is we support the fundraisers, and we love it when they contact us and say, "Hey, we're doing a fundraising campaign. Can you help us?" So we on our socials, we're always supporting the fundraisers. Like I said, if you go on our website, you'll see fundraising heroes. So we call it fundraising heroes. They'll come. We'll have a video of them where they can give information about what they're doing, how they're raising funds, and we'll support them. And we'll even get the charity involved, so the charity will support as well. And then the individuals themselves, they have their community, they need to post it on their socials, their friends, their colleagues. And actually I have with me a medal that we also give out. So this is called the Yalla Give Fundraising Medal.
Nice.
It's a beautiful medal, and it's very coveted in the fundraising world. And these are actually for you. So
oh my God. No, we don't deserve it. We haven't done anything.
No, because there's 3 pillars when it comes to fundraising, right? There's the fundraising, and then there's the raising awareness and the creativity. And for you to give us the platform today to speak with your audience and promote Yalla Give, which is in turn, promoting the charities, right? You're raising awareness for us, so we're very happy about that and appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much. I feel undeserved holding this medal for sure, but I still appreciate it. Yalla Give, that's Nabil from Yalla Give. Thank you so much. Anyone watching and they want to get involved, they have more questions for you, how can they find you?
On our website, so www.yallagive.com, and then we're on all socials, so Instagram, Twitter, all over the place, and feel free to get in touch, and we love to hear your stories as well.
Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Farah. That brings us to the end of our show. We'll be back with you on Monday morning. Have a fabulous weekend. We'll see you then. Bye-bye. Yay!